All right, let's rock and roll, guys. So this is my bed coat. I already taped it. Same thing taping this as taping other things. I treat it like taping a butt joint. Just get your mud smoothed out, put your tape on, smooth it out, make sure there's mud behind it so the tape adheres. Taped it with all purpose. This is +3 USG. I'm going to put a top coat and a top stripe and a bottom stripe on this thing. And I want it to get real smooth, but it doesn't have to be super smooth. I'm really just trying to fill that coat up. When I do start smoothing it out, there's going to be a ridge, and I want that ridge to be right on top of the tape right in the middle. So I'm going to feather this about 4 inches, feather the bottom about 4 inches. That knife's about a 45-degree angle. And then I'm going to smooth it, smoothing the bottom. Oh, yeah, pulled a big booger through there, so I'm going to smooth it one more time. And I'm going to smooth the top. And that right at your edge of your knife is going to be sitting right on that tape, right on top of that tape, to put that ridge line right on top of that tape. So the highest point is the ridge line, which is going to be the tape, which is what you want to cover the most. It's going to be your highest point almost always. If it's not, then you got some serious problems. All right, we're getting to the other side of this pipe. It's a pain in the butt to get around this thing, so I just put mud on it in every way, shape, and form that I can, and just try to get it as best as I can this as the second coat. I'm going to put a third coat on it, so I'm not trying to do, it's not going to be perfect. You know, make sure you're taking enough mud off. Don't leave too much mud. You know, if you do, you might have to sand it down a bunch, and you don't want to do that. You just want to, if you do have to sand it, you just want to scuff it. Yeah, so I'm just trying to smooth this out around this pipe. It's kind of, like I said, a pain in the butt. I'm just going around and trying to get it the best I can here. And once I'm happy with it, I'll leave it. You can't do too much. So sometimes you're better off just leaving it and coming back the next day and trying to fix it again. Fix whatever chatter or, you know, some sort of messed up point in it you want to fix. So this is the third coat coming up. So again, I'm using a 12-inch knife. I'm going to put 3 stripes on this. I'm checking how high it is. It's kind of high. Yeah, that's not good. We don't want that, but like I said, this is not really any fault of our own. We're just trying to get it back to a point where it looks good. This is going to be visible. There's a toilet going here, but still, it's going to be visible. I want it to look the best I can. So, top stripe, bottom stripe. And I try to get these nice and smooth right now. So, and then, yep, don't leave any of that. Don't leave nothing to chance. And then middle stripe. And I do it in that way for a reason. It's because you want to, once that's going to be your highest point, you want to put a hat on it, kind of a cap on top of that where that highest point is. So we're going to feather the top, we're going to feather the bottom. I'm going to smooth both sides here, the top and the bottom, and then I'm going to smooth the middle. And you can see that knife is about 25-30 degrees. It's pretty tight against the wall, pretty much as tight as you can go without your knuckle dragging through it. And then I smooth the top and the bottom there, and that is to put that ridge line again right on top of the tape. But that's a really tight pull right there. So don't try to do too much. You might just want to put the top, just leave it after you smooth that middle out. I did it like that for a long time. So I'm going around this pipe right here. And I didn't really get around the pipe very well last time like I'm doing here with the 6-inch knife. And I want to cover any tape that's exposed or anything. And I'm going to put a 12 around all the way across these things. And I have a little bit of more space to play with this time because the joint where I'm breaking it out is a little bit higher. So, and I kind of pull up to that pipe and try to angle that knife to get a little bit under it, but it doesn't have to be perfect. This part is getting covered, but I still want it to look as good as I possibly can. And you kind of feather the edges again, and then you're going to smooth them edges to bring them down, all the way down as tight as you can. And then I'm pulling into that pipe, and it's just, you're getting stuck at the pipe, so you kind of have to go around. And this is where a lot of technique comes into play. You'll see right now. Kind of pull over and pull down a little bit as I'm going through there. And it always leaves a little line, so you're trying to get rid of any lines, but sometimes you're going to leave at least one line. Not always, but, you know, like I said, nothing's perfect. And if I do get this all skimmed out and I'm happy with it, but I sand it and there's something I'm not happy with, I can always touch it up later. So, good luck, guys. Thanks.